And they say Sony is going to basically dominate this console generation. This continues to make Sony look worse and worse and worse. The disc cannot be authenticated because it's already been inserted into another console. Please contact Sony for support or for assistance if you believe this is an error. Yep, this is the stupidest thing I have seen. Okay? Especially people who own multiple consoles or go to their friends to play games. This is Sony in a nutshell. Okay? Sony, they have been just screwing up after screwing up. Okay? There's no Xbox and Nintendo, they have no problems with consoles if this one being ran on multiple consoles or switches. You know, I can easily play if for example, I have two Xbox. If you have two Xboxes, I can easily play. I'm just gonna use Halo Reach for example or Minecraft. I can easily play the Minecraft disc on the Xbox One and the other room and the front room as in my room. Okay, I can easily do that. Same thing with Halo. Same thing with any other game. Same thing with the Switch. Okay, if you have more than one Switch console, in case your Switch console, eventually gets out of battery or something, you can easily use the same data, the same disk data for the other console. But it seems that Sony thinks that that's an old far cry. It seems that Sony says, okay, you know what? You have to buy this little version, or you get stupid errors like this. This is why Sony is going to lose this console generation, because this is going to be like the black ring, the red ring of death. The people were saying that Microsoft is going to lose because of the red ring of death until people realize that Sony basically nearly screwed up that generation too, and Xbox won it in America, basically, and let's say Xbox won against the PS3, even though Nintendo was the one that clearly won that generation because they sold the most amount of consoles as well. But this is Sony making these consoles of all these bugs and glitches and errors, and it's just so funny. And I just can't wait to see Sony defend this. Okay, they were trying to defend it. Oh, but Demon's Souls is not running horribly, even though in the trailer there was clearly staggering and everything, as well. Okay, the PS4 is a weak console, and the Sony fanboys need to realize will probably not wake up until the console comes around, like The Last of Us Part 2, and then once it comes out, they'll realize, oh wait, it's not that great, it's garbage, okay? So if it's The Last of Us Part 2, if you even dare to complain about The Last of Us Part 2 and say it will be garbage, all the Sony fanboys, but the first one was so great, how can the second one be bad? But the second game came out, and it was horrible, okay? Because Sony is losing the touch with the gaming audience. Look at the excessive censorship of any anime game. They have excessive censorship of anime games, but now they're gonna post stuff like this. Okay? Sony's gonna post stuff like this. You wonder why they lose the next console generation. They're not going to win. Okay? The fact fact is that Xbox, oh, but Sony has exclusives, so that means they'll win. Well, exclusives don't matter if there's gonna be a bunch of console errors and everything. Okay? There's one console called the Wii U. All the games were exclusive to the console that came out, besides Just Dance, the Skylanders, and Lego games. The Wii U flopped. And also because Nintendo's horrible advertising of the console, yes. But because there were no third-party games on the console. Okay? And yes, you do need a balance of both, and that's what Sony basically has done throughout the last generation. But also didn't have any issues like this. Or have, heating issues. That, the media will not talk about stuff like this. They're not gonna say, "Oh, Sony, Sony, you're the greatest," because the media loves Sony. They think Sony is the greatest console of all time. They think that Sony is the best. That's why you saw all these criticisms about the Xbox overheating. But then when they found out the PlayStation was even worse, they were silent on it. Okay, because they defend Sony to the end of the day. And yep, that's basically it. Goodbye.